East Coast Breakfast.
The Hollywoodbets Sharks take on Benetton in the United Rugby Championship on the 11th of May. Quick math. Today's 10. Tomorrow is 11.
It's tomorrow, bro.
11. 10 plus 1 is 11. Friday. Saturday is when they play, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just checking. Joining us this morning. Hala. Phepsi, Buthelezi, Curwin, Bosch. Hi, you guys. How's it? Good morning.
Good morning, Darren.
This is where you guys say hello.
Yeah, that's it.
This
This
is
is where you
your
say hi.
Why do you guys can face off against any opposition, but as soon as this red light goes on the microphone, you shrink away. What's that all about?
I think when we're on the field,
Yeah.
there's a lot of noise. Everyone's talking at the same time.
Yeah.
When we're in here, there's one person talking at a time. So it's a bit...
All right,
yeah.
so to make you more comfortable, Common Sky, if you could just talk over them.
Yeah.
If you could
Everyone
just
talk.
talk.
That's fine. We're all talking
You see
at the
the
same
There we go.
connections.
Maybe you and I should chat and then they can answer the questions.
So listen, that was a nail biter at the stoop, hey? I suppose the big question is how are we preparing, without giving too much away, for Benetton?
Yeah, I think just on that semi-final at the Stoop, it was nerve-wracking to watch that. But I think it shows great character in the squad.
Yeah.
I think we've been building for the last couple of months. We didn't start the season the way we obviously wanted to, but I think we're on the right track now. I think
Yeah.
it's starting to fall into place for us. And just preparing for Benetton. They obviously out of the EPCR, but they've still got a lot to play for in the URC, so I think they're going to come here guns blazing this weekend.
Yeah.
And I think for us it's just preparing for the final, but at the same time we want to protect our home. We want to defend Kings Park, and we set a goal for ourselves that we don't want to lose any more games at Kings Park. So I think the boys are up for the battle.
So, Phepsi, I got to ask you this. I saw on social media yesterday. I don't know who posted it, but I think it was DHS. Benetton were using the DHS gym while they're here, and you're a DHS all boy. Did you maybe speak to some of the guys there to give them slippery weights and just no aircon? They mustn't feel like they belong here.
Firstly, I was very disappointed when I heard that. That's very unacceptable. But yeah, I think being a DHS old boy, we love welcoming people into our home. Obviously, DHS has one of the best facilities in the country now. So
Wow.
You have to say that, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think Benetton are very lucky to use our facilities.
Yeah, I saw the picture. I also saw a
Our
picture.
facilities.
It's an old boys thing. It's an old boys thing. I also saw a picture last week. This had to happen. So the picture is Phepsi at the stoop.
Yeah.
And the caption is, "There's a Zulu on my stoop." I thought that. Did you come up? That was fantastic.
That was actually Siya Kulis's idea.
Yeah.
When we first played the Harlequins at the Stoop,
Yeah.
he said, like as we're walking in, he said, just stand in front of the Stoop, and then we stood there and he said, "Hey, look, there's a Zulu on the Stoop."
Oh, that was fantastic. That is fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've obviously changed the spelling of that. They spell it Stoop, S-T-U-U-P,
Yeah.
and then when we put the E in Stoop.
Yeah.
And so if they want that changed, they're going to have to do something about it. But until then, it is Stoop. Now the Sharks are also going to be
Doing the Sharks Kids takeover.
Yes.
Yes.
What can they look forward to?
The kids.
The kids. I think the Sharks have done really well with the pre-match functions and things that they have for the kids there. So on Saturday there will be touch rugby that they could play with some of us. There will be water slides.
Yeah.
A lot of fun activities for them to do. And the guys that aren't playing, myself, Phepsi, will be around. And
fantastic.
we'll
They
join
get
them
to
for the
meet
fun.
you guys.
Well, we spent the whole week finding a whole bunch of 7 and 11-year-olds that are going to be filling some of the staff roles. We've got junior managers and junior officials. And coming up, a nice surprise here, we've got somebody, well, it's a call of what it is, could be the youngest journalist ever. Has had a little bit of a sit-down, a coaching session with a journalist extraordinaire, Carmen Reddy. And we're going to see how she does. I think she's going to be amazing.
Charlotte's amazing.
It'll be her journalistic debut. Very exciting. Just a quick roll call on the show this morning. Let's just check. Carmen Reddy.
Hello, good morning.
Curwin, Bosch.
Ready.
Phepsi, Buthelezi.
Ready.
Sky Shabalala.
Fuerte.
We included Sky because he actually sat on the bench bench once for the Sharks.
Yeah,
He did.
I think Peps was still at school. And
Yeah.
he does with kids.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Did they ever tell you about the story about Sky Shabalala on the bench for the Sharks? Did they never?
In Toulouse,
Does that never
guys.
make it
In
into
Toulouse.
the?
Yeah, like when you
Ask
arrive there,
Mr.
they're
B.
like, hey,
Ask Mr. B how nervous I was.
In Toulouse.
Hey,
we had this Sky once.
guys, I nearly made it, guys.
He's on the bench.
We need to see pictures, guys.
He was 3 injuries away from
Guys, I nearly
getting a
made
cap.
it.
Yeah.
Guys, I was the guy. Guys, like Rusty called me afterwards and said, I thought I was going to take you to the next alignment camp. Guys, you didn't come on the field.
All right. Let's talk about our youngsters.
Yeah, so guys, we've been doing this entire week. I don't know if you guys have seen it, Phepsi and Curwin on the socials. The hashtag Sharks Kids Takeover. So basically, looking for a boy or girl between 7 and 11 to be one of the officials for the day in terms of the match day on Saturday against Benetton. So we're looking for a match day official, an MC, a DJ, journalist, and assistant team manager. If you guys were kids, what position would you want to be? Not on the rugby field, but like backroom staff. Which one would you take, Phepsi?
I'll definitely be a DJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really enjoy my music. DJ Phepsi on the ones and twos.
Good.
Yeah, I think I'd be an MC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's...
Well, that was what
okay.
most 90% of the
Yeah.
kids put their hand up. They wanted to be the MC or DJ or MC. And we struggled to find a journalist. But when we did, 9-year-old Charlotte put her hand up. She was a little bit nervous. I mean, if you're 9 years old, then this is your first
Yeah,
interview.
you're facing 2 Sharks players.
But she did get trained by journalist extraordinaire Carmen Reddy. How did she do?
First question, how do you stay brave when facing a tough opponent?
I think for us the most important thing is our preparation that we do during the week. I think that's a big step before going into a game. I think once we've done our preparation, analysed the opposition, then we can go into the game with confidence and just apply ourselves the best we can in the game.
Second one, how do you balance aggression with discipline during a match?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. But I think once you've obviously prepared for the game and you know you've prepared leading up to the game in the week and you know what to expect and you know what's expected of you as a player, I think it's very important in a game to have the balance between being too aggressive, overly aggressive, because then you start causing penalties for your team, which ultimately puts your team on the back foot. So it's just getting that right balance between being aggressive enough and being disciplined, because we really need 15 guys on the field at all times.
In our house, there's a debate between which is better, Coke or Pepsi. Which do you prefer?
Yeah, that's an easy one for me. I'll go with Pepsi.
I agree with you.
Who do you think is the best player in the Sharks?
Yo, Kerry, you can take that one.
Yeah, I think obviously rugby is a team sport. So obviously there's 23 guys that are selected to represent the Sharks on the weekend. In a team sport like that, we need all of us to do our part. But I think, to be fair, at the moment, Sia Masuku is running hot, and I think he's playing really well. So at the moment, he's probably our best player.
Do you hang out with any of the other players in your free time?
Yeah, we do quite a bit. I think over the last couple of months, we've really grown closer as a squad. So yeah, we hang out quite a bit.
Guys, that was a perfect mix of tough questions and some key questions. What a journalist Charlotte is. Charlotte,
Well done,
the journalist.
Charlotte, amazing.
Well done. All right, Phepsi and Bosch, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
East Coast Breakfast.